Welcome back to Nick Lenz's movie review, episode number 94. This is reviewing the last known James Bond film released, and this is the 24th film and the 4th Daniel Craig film, Spectre. Released in 2015, only about 4 years ago this was released. Yeah, surprisingly, this was the last official film ever released. Why? There's been so much hullabaloo over the next film. I mean, yeah, this is also the last film Sam Mendes directed. Yep, the last film he ever directed. Yeah. Okay. This movie basically stars, well, this fall the return of, believe it or not, Spectre. First time since Diamonds Are Forever. Now, in case you're wondering, why the heck did Eon Production, the people who made this film, wait so freaking long to bring this group back? Well, there was a reason for that. And reason is Kevin McClory. Yes, they fought this guy for decades over Spectre and Blofeld, and over the film frickin' Thunderball. Yes. My guess is that the guy passed away. They got the rights back and decided to use the name Spectre, and they casted Christoph Waltz as Obenhauser. Yeah, everybody pointed out, though, who saw that said, no, he is frickin' Blofeld. And it was like, no, he's not Blofeld, he's Obenhauser. Yes, as far as I know, this is the second film in recent memory where the studio tried to play smoke and mirrors over a casting choice. The last time that a studio did this is when Paramount did this with Star Trek Into Darkness, when they casted Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. Said, no, he's John Henderson. That's it. I do agree. It's stupid the fact they tend to fool people. He's cast somebody else, even though it's quite obvious the fact that he did it. That he actually is cast as this guy. Yep. Film starts out with basically a Day of the Dead festival, and you see a man in a skeleton suit. This is actually Bond. Goes to the woman, goes to the hotel room. She look like they're go to the hotel, look like they're probably have sex, but nope. Bond just takes off his suit, takes off his skeleton costume, puts on a nice suit, takes out a gun, just walks across this balcony. Apparently, no one's. Of course, the day of the festival's going on. No one sees us, and we see a guy wearing a skull mask, and well, they're plotting a blow up a bomb, a soccer stadium, and well, they sort of get spotted by Bond with his wiretapping scope. I've never seen this before. Yep, and well, they find out, and of course they blow up a building. Apparently, no one in Mexico City noticed that there's a building that blew up. Yeah, no one notices. And of course, they have a chase across a freaking building. They chase all the way to a freaking helicopter. Yeah, Bond finding the guy in the helicopter. What's the guy's name? Marco Sorrenti, yeah. He basically fights him for a while, kills the pilot, nearly crashes the freaking helicopter, kicks the guy out of the plane, but not before he takes his ring, with a certain octopus on it. Yeah, this is later revealed to be this is actually revealed to be a Spectre ring. Yep, a Spectre ring. Yeah, they reveal this in the film. And who this guy shook hands with. Yep. So, and then of course because they got all this hoobaloo, Bond, and of course then we have the opening title sequence where it's Writing on the Wall by Sam Smith, which, like with the last song, a Bond song won an Oscar. And it's a very good song, Writing on the Wall. It's very good. But the opening title sequence has the unfortunate, stupid thing of spoiling stuff that we see later on in the movie. Yes, second film they already did this. They did it last time as well, where they spoil stuff later on. And they did it again with this one. Yeah, and of course, and we cut back to MI6 headquarters, where M is chewing out Bond. Of course, first he shows up various newspapers, and basically how angry he is. at Bond over this nonsense. He wasn't even authorization to go to Mexico. And Bond's excuse is that this is his excuse. I had some overdue vacation time. I decided to take it. M's like, fine. But don't do this crap again. Sends him out of his office. Talks to Moneypenny for a while. Also, apparently, he forgets Moneypenny's birthday. Yeah, because he's so drive by his work. He says, "It's not your birthday, is it?" Nope. And of course, when he leaves, like, that was last week. I'm sure Bond got a birthday present. Yeah, of course, Bond interacts with Moneypenny perfectly fine outside the office, which is quite interesting though because, well, none of the previous Moneypennies ever interacted with Bond that much outside the office. Yep. As for where MI6 headquarters is now, since it's not, well, headquartered out of a condemned building, well, they don't say where it is, and of course, Bond gets introduced to a guy who he calls C, who's played by the actor who played James Moriarty in the show Sherlock. He's played by Andrew Scott. Mm-hmm. He takes up like new intelligence, basically just 9 eyes. Yeah, basically 9 countries. And they also investigate various terrorist. Of course, Bond is also unofficially investigating these terrorist attacks. Yeah. And by the way, who gives them orders to do this? Believe it or not, M. No, not the current M, but finds. Judi Dench's M apparently was in her will. Or at least that, well, yeah, her order is simply this. Demand Marcus Square. Find him, kill him, and don't miss the funeral. And of course, Bond shows the Moneypenny and says, funeral's in 4 days. And, well, he flies to Venice to go to the funeral and run into the woman who is currently, as of right now, the oldest casted Bond girl to date. And she is Monica Bellucci. Oh, by the way, when she was cast, she was 50. Yes, 50. Bond briefly has an exchange with her at her husband's funeral, and the fact he was a terrible husband anyways. So he follows her home, and basically saves her from being killed by a couple of assassins. At least they had this little quiet moment. She wanted to have a nice day before she gets killed, and of course Bond kills him. And then of course he seduces her, and they have sex. And then basically he sends her off to Felix Leiter. And that's the last I see of her. Yeah. The caster is always Bond girl, and they do nothing with the character. Also, fun fact, the character with the Camille, there was rumored they were going to bring her back for another film. They haven't done it yet so far. As a matter of fact, none of the female Bond characters, with the exception of M and Moneypenny, have ever come back more than one film. Yep. And then, of course, they get contact with, well, and of course, Bond goes to this place in, I think, it's still in Venice, and he introduced himself as Mickey Mouse, which I thought was so hilarious. And he basically just strolls into this meeting. This is, of course, a Spectre meeting. Yeah. And then we see they're talking for a while about the terrorist attacks, and then all of a sudden, a mysterious man walks in. Doesn't bother to move his microphone. Yeah. This is later revealed to be Blofeld. He doesn't call himself Blofeld yet. Basically, he talks for a while, and then it's like, okay, who's gonna kill this particular person? And we see Dave Bautista. Yes, former wrestler Dave Bautista in this movie. And here's the thing: the guy has got like almost no dialogue the whole movie. His only line is basically a swear word. Yep. And the way he describes him in an interview I heard is that he describes him as a well-dressed man. He cares about his appearance. And what's his method of killing? Putting his thumbs in somebody's eye and squeezing their head. Okay. He doesn't use his half of this. Nope, he just uses a gun. Like, okay. Kills the other guy who wanted to do it. And, well, they find out Bond's there. Of course, apparently Blofeld, well, of course, Oppenheimer. Yeah, apparently that they knew that he was freaking here. I will explain the bullcrap what I did with him later on. So yeah, he runs out, and they have a race to freaking Venice. And, well, and of course they have a connection with some files. Well, they actually have Q, I should point out when he was on it, he basically had Q analyze his ring. They took off a square, and of course we see DB5 in this Q warehouse where it's under reconstruction, and he sees his brand new car. It says it's not for you, it's for 008. And apparently, when he decided to take it out, well, it wasn't finished yet. Apparently, there was no ammunition in the car, but it has an oil slick. Yep. And apparently, that the guy listens to rejected American Idol contestants. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So basically, Moneypenny gets a call from, well, Bond. And of course, explains who touched the ring. And it's revealed to be Quantum. Yep. The organization from Quantum of Solace. We see Mr. White. We see that apparently that Silva got a chance to touch this thing, along with Mads Mikkelsen's character, Le Chiffre. Yeah, various other characters got a chance to touch this particular ring. And, well, they have sort of a chase. Though it's an okay chase scene per se. But they also have it where this is the second time in the Bond series where a henchman has got gadgets in his own car. Yep. This is the second time in the series this has happened. The last time it happened was in Die Another Day. And of course he sort of pushes another car in front of him to go a little faster. The guy sort of stops in front of this little parking meter. And his airbag goes off. And they're able to basically... He's able to crash the thing in the river, well, near a nearby river. He gets away, and then he goes to Switzerland, and then he basically, well, when he's a Q branch, he also has a tracker inside of him, and eventually he goes to, I think it's Switzerland, I think it is, right? Oh, it's Austria. Actually, first he finds Mr. White, about the Pale King, and of course it's Mr. White. Bond finds him in a log cabin. Apparently he's died from poisoning. Yeah, all because he didn't want to do mass murder, despite the fact he's a murderer anyways. And, well, he later commits suicide. And Dave Bautista shows up. Oh, his character is... What is his character? Oh, by the way, when he was doing this, yeah, he was asked to do a role. He has to come to WrestleMania one year. And he turned down for the movie. Mr. Hicks. Yeah, he was supposed to go to WrestleMania before this movie was shot, but he was cast to be James Bond, so he turned it down for this film. And then, of course, he talks to Madeline Swan for a while, who was played by... What's the name of the actress? Her name is... Leah Seydoux. This woman is in her early 30s. She was basically 30 when she basically was in this film. Yep. And, well, talks for a while, and the whole thing, and it brings up a whole thing of Bond being an assassin. Oh my gosh. Yes, the whole thing with Bond being an assassin. It was mentioned by Mr. White. Oh yeah, you're an assassin. He's a spy. He kills people. Okay, spies kill people. Yes. I'm like, okay. Why the heck refer to him as an assassin? He's a spy. Yeah, he may be ordered to kill on the orders of the Majesty's government, but order of the British government. But, well, he's not a regular assassin. He doesn't use a sniper rifle to kill foreign dictators. That's an assassin. He's a spy. He's an infiltrator. And they have audacity to call him a freaking assassin. It's like, okay, he apparently talks to Madeline Swan for a while, mentions, oh yeah, he is an assassin, he calls the meeting off, she goes off, and of course, kind of follows her in a way, sort of watches her. And he asks for a vodka martini shaken out. Sir, he says, sir, we don't serve alcohol here. And then Q shows up. Of course, it was kind of implied in the last one that Q was afraid of flying, and apparently got over that. So, he basically believes him, he basically is telling the truth. And of course, he gives him the whole carrot juice thing. Eventually, when after Q leaves, and well, he's given it. He says, "Do me a favor, throw it down the toilet." And of course, he goes to sleep because he tells security to no, stay there. And he chases after Mr. Hicks, who's got Madeline Swan, and he chases them while in their SUVs, and he has a plane. Yes, a plane. Why not? And he crashes the plane. Could to just grab Swan and just fly someplace. Nope, just have to basically crash other vehicles. Han's apparently dead, so they take a train off someplace. Or they go to visit La American. Turned out to be a hotel. Of course, Bond searches the room. Really be nothing. Of course, then he just, well, of course, doesn't have sex with her. Then, well, basically couldn't find anything. And then eventually a rat finds a hole in the wall. Opens it up, finds basically some videotapes, because why not? And of course, his name Vesper. Yeah, surprisingly, Eva Green comprises the role as Vesper Lloyd in this film. And of course, they basically talk for a while. They basically talk about, so this is a really interesting room. And then eventually they go to this place while going on a train. And on the train, they fight Mr. Hicks. In a cargo train. In the cargo car. Eventually, they tie him up with some rope. And they kick the anchor off the train. And he basically swears they're off the train and he's not seen again. It's implied he's dead. Possibly. And he gets their stop. And then they get off there. Of course, he's all dressed up. And then comes a car from 1920s. Probably his AC. Drives out to wherever this place is. In the middle of the desert. And then we meet Overhauser again. He says, and of course, and he asks about why are you here? I'm here to kill you. He says, okay. Takes him along, straps him in. Of course, he talked about this meteorite prior to this. Straps him in. Then he just, of course, gets knocked out. And then he starts drilling holes in his head. I'm like, seriously, who finds this entertaining? And he reveals his name. He says, my real name is not Overhauser. Overhauser died. My real name is Evo Stavo Blofeld. And it's implied he might be Bond's brother. Yes, Blofeld. One of the big antagonists of the franchise is James Bond's other brother. I agree, this is particularly very stupid. Yes, this is by far a very stupid development for Blofeld. Yep. Eventually gets free thanks to a special watch he has. And of course they chase out of there. Of course they take out some guards and eventually they get rescued. And then they fly back to London. Oh yeah, prior to this, basically that the whole Nine Eyes thing, that's all Blofeld's thing. And apparently it's also stated that he's been behind everything since Casino Royale. Yeah, and his random pictures he takes implied by via retcon that he was there, that Blofeld himself was there, or at least someone of his subordinates was there taking pictures of Vesper Lloyd. For some reason. I don't know why. Yep. And then eventually Madeline's want to show her father's suicide. She doesn't have much reaction to it at all. She still hated the man. Oh yeah, and apparently Blofeld has actually met Madeline Swan before when she was a little girl. And, well, thought that she actually had shot him. Somehow he's alive. It's never really fully delved into. Maybe earlier script basically has something to do with it. Yep, and then they go to London. Meet up with the MI6 regulars, where apparently double section sort of been shut down in a way. But it's still been sort of, well, downgraded. And of course, well, they show off Steve's new circular building. I don't know if this building even exists. Yep, and, well, Bond meets up with M. Tanner and Moneypenny. Says, what do you have to offer me? The head of Spectre, Ernest Dawa Blofeld. And of course, they go after basically to stop the whole Activation 99 satellite. Madeline Swan doesn't want to participate. He's like, okay, fine, I'll see you later. Oh yeah, I should also point out that after Bond saves life from Hans, they actually do have sex. Yep, they actually do have sex. Yeah, it's particularly very weird. Uh huh. Yeah. course, the woman who doesn't want to sleep with an assassin, she did. Yep, she did. And it's implied she might, well, she's gonna go back next to him, maybe get killed off anyways. Yep. And eventually, Bond goes after Madeline Swan, gets kidnapped, obviously. Then, of course, well, everyone else gets attacked by Spectre goons. And, well, they really get away with it pretty easily. Tana doesn't much of fighting, but a lot of it's basically my Emma and Moneypenny, who actually are trained sharpshooters, by the way. And, well, they're also with Q, by the way. And they go straight to C's headquarters. Of course, M's with Q. Of course, Q just types away. Yeah, of course, they have many things C can stand for. He chooses, coward, I think it was. Yeah. And with the 799 satellite. Then, of course, M fights with C and actually kills him by kind of basically tossing him over a railing in this very weirdly designed building. Well, apparently it's like a long drop in the middle of the building. It's like a railing. Yeah, this is very oddly designed building. Yeah. Of course, Bond confronts Blofeld at old MI6 headquarters. Words and ruins. Of course, they do see that, well, James Bond's name written on the wall, more wall, people who died. And Bond goes, look like a Shah room. Sees various faces. You see La Chifra. We see Raul Silva. Vesper Lloyd. Thomas M. There's no Dominic Green this scene because I think even Sam Mendes knows basically Dominic Green was a terrible villain. So, yeah, and of course, then Bond sees him. Shoots out the glass, basically, from an octopus. They see his promotional stuff. And, well, bulletproof glass. Yeah, I will talk about Blofeld's performance. Then they have a chase through London, basically via his helicopter. Of course, the place tries to blow up anyways. And basically, Bond gives choice to chase me or go after the girl. Of course, this is when Bond figures out that Swan was kidnapped. So he finds her pretty quickly, gets him out, and then eventually they chase him down. They shoot him from a boat. Yes, this is Walt's PPK. And somehow it shoots down the helicopter, crashes on one of the bridges of London. I'm not sure where the heck this bridge is. And then basically Bond has Blofeld on his sides, and he says the stupidest line. I do agree with this. This is stupid. Where he says, finish it. Finish it. Like he really wants to kill him. Of course, M shows us, I'm with the double section. And of course, the cops let it pass. And, of course, then he quotes some law that says, you're under arrest. And, well, that's the first time Blofeld's ever been arrested. And, of course, Bond goes off. Of course, he goes back to Q. Says, I thought he left. And, of course, takes the DB5. Rolls up a Swan. And we ended up the Bond theme song, the same with the past few films. I do agree. You gotta have more Bond music besides that. Yeah. But, overall, when it comes to this particular film, it's a good film. Overall, I do enjoy it. And this film actually has something the previous films did not do. Actually have the opening having the gunboat sequence at the start of the film instead of the end of the film like the last three films did. And it's okay. I know that Calvin Dyson doesn't like it all. He thinks it's terrible. I think it's okay. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, it's a good film. Not the worst film in the series. Oh no, I think the worst film, in my opinion, is Quantum of Solace. Yeah, but Blofeld, my gosh, Christoph Waltz, oh my gosh. Same style performance, calm, does not angry at the fact that his own headquarters has been destroyed. Yep. And he's by far the weakest Blofeld to date. Yes, the weakest one. Probably the worst one. Daniel Craig is great in this film. All the MI6 regulars are great. Swan is not the good of Bond girl. Nope. She is a woman, basically just a damsel in distress. She's basically with Bond twice. Yes, twice. And has the stupid thing of, well, Bond has to rescue the Bond girl in the freaking climax. Though he did it not once, but twice he had to rescue his damn girl. I'm like, seriously, what in the world is your obsession with Swan? I appreciate that Tanner did a chance to be right, but mostly just I'm glad that M get a chance to do a lot of stuff in this film. Yeah, and I like the fact he was justifiably angry at Bond when not telling him that he was going to Mexico City. Yeah, of course, Bond never tells that the whole thing was set up by his predecessor. Yep, doesn't bother to tell him at all. Nope. Oh yeah, and one of the weakness that now I have the DVD case for this one. I heard the Blu-ray, like, oh my gosh, like from what I heard, the Blu-ray of this thing, it doesn't have much some special features with it. Yeah, you know what the special feature of this one is? Blogs. That's it. Video blogs. Really? Gonna have any behind the scenes stuff? Not the history of making this film, or let's say some deleted scenes? Nope. The Blu-ray is piss poor from what I heard. Yeah, it's terrible. The special features. I mean, seriously, this is the 24th Bond film. Do better job with the special features, but nope. Let's not do any of that. Now, since I've got to this last film, how do I rank the 4 films? I put Casino Royale and Skyfall tied for the best. For number 1. This film, I actually surprisingly put this number 2, and I put Quantum of Solace at the dead bottom. So, basically, Casino Royale and Skyfall, because both of these films are really good, I put these films at both number 1, because both tied. I put this film at number 2, and of course I put Quantum of Solace at number 3. And I will probably, eventually in the near time future, probably would do like how I would rank these videos in the future, but I probably won't do this part of the series. But yeah, this of course also the last James Bond film I have to review. Yep, as of now, I'm out of Bond films. Though I could review the spin-off, the unofficial films, but I'm not going to do that because, well, I don't care to do them. As for what film I'm going to do next, I have no idea. I honestly don't. Okay? So yeah, that's it for this particular review. I have roughly about a few more videos I'm going to do today. Maybe about 5. Yeah, basically reviewed newest episode of Black Clover, New Chapter Manga. Reviewed newest episode of Fairy Tail. And 2 comic corners. And maybe, if I get time, the rest of season 1 for Blue Exorcist. Okay? But this next video. Bye.